Hi, I'm Michael Sheehan, host for The M Show, the most beautiful show on the face of this planet. Today, I am joined by Caleb Johnson-Wright. How are you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing very good, Michael. It's an honor to be here, too. Thanks for having me on the show.
So, I've heard you liked anime.
I do.
How much do you like anime?
It's kind of taken over my life at this point.
Oh, okay. When did you start watching anime?
About late September, I watched an episode of One Piece to impress my friend, Aiden Hoyt from Newton, Massachusetts. Shout out to Aiden. It was going to impress him because I actually watched an episode of anime because he liked the tweet I saw. I looked at the characters in the tweet, and I was like, ooh, I like that tweet. So, I looked it up. I saw it was from One Piece. I was like, okay, I'll watch an episode of that. I did, and I was like, wow, the 20 minutes of that episode went by so fast because it was like really entertaining.
What actually is anime? Can you explain it?
Anime is a Japanese word for animation, and that's what they use to refer to all types of animation, whether in the Western Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere. It doesn't matter to them. It's all anime. But for foreigners that aren't in Japan, anime is only referred to as the anime created by the Japanese production studios.
I see. So this Aiden kid, he's the reason why you got into this type of genre of Japanese culture?
He was telling me how good it is here and there. Back in like early September, I think, started watching it. Maybe August of it.
That's very interesting. What's considered to be the most popular anime?
Most popular anime is hard to say, but I would say it's about. Because different sources have totally different anime as the most popular for that source. In general, I think Dragon Ball Z would be the most popular anime that was originally made in Japan, and not just made specifically for Americans. There was a dub for it. So maybe though, however, so other things list Death Note as one of the most popular anime.
Oh,
my favorite, by the way. You can ask that later if you want. And then also Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'd never watched that myself. But.
So. These shows, do you think that they're mainly more popular because the culture came to America and started Americans Americans are known for, their love for TV. Do you think that's the reason why some of these shows exploded?
Well, when it's dubbed, when it's made in Japan, it's not that popular. But when it gains enough traction in Japan to be dubbed in other languages, most commonly English, then definitely they would gain way more popularity after they've been dubbed.
So this sort of English dubbed thing is where they translate from, the actual Japanese to American
sub
actors.
is when they translate it in text at the bottom of the screen of the original. You can hear the Japanese voices. A dub is when they are professionally re-recorded with the same soundtrack, but not the Japanese voices, just English voices. Because they have to hire English actors, so it takes a lot more work than a sub. But for the popular shows which they dub, it pays off. Most popular dubbing studio I'd say in English is Funimation. They dubbed, My Hero Academia. I don't know, a lot of shows because they recently, they gained more traction with their company name. So people are starting to pay for subscription to Funimation and all that.
Do you prefer to listen? Which one do you prefer more, subbed or dubbed?
Dubbed if I can, but I will watch subbed if I need to.
Do you plan to let anime influence your rapping career?
It already has, and I plan to let it in the future. Yes.
Can you give me an example of a song?
That was a really fake laugh.
Yeah.
It's just disrespectful. Oh, give me an example?
Yeah. What?
In my song Drip, I'm not gonna play right now. If you can look it up on soundcloud.com/truegar/drip. It goes,
Hello, this is Gar, and I get this bread. I watch so much anime, I think it's getting to my head.
That's about all I mentioned for anime in that song, but it's such a fire line that I've been reusing that. I use it in person if I need to. It's very fire.
How much anime do you actually watch, per week?
Well, to put it in simple terms,
I watch so much anime, I think it's getting to my head.
How much anime did you watch, say, over Christmas break?
48 hours. Calculated that.
Oh, okay. That
49 hours and 25 minutes actually.
That's a lot of anime.
Yeah, I was feeling sick one of those days, so I stayed home on my laptop and all I did was watch anime all day. I ate, I went to the bathroom, and I watched anime. I did nothing else.
Do you plan to ever move to Japan and assimilate into their culture?
I would like to do that if I was a rich Newton fool, but I'm a broke Medway fool, so I would not do that. because I don't have the money for it. But if I could, yeah, sure. I mean, I would try to visit, at least a visit to scope it out.
How many anime shows are you watching currently?
Just 5. I used to be watching like a solid what, 10, 12, maybe 15, which is what a lot of people do watch. But like I've finished a lot of shows over break. So currently I'm watching 5, but they are long shows. One Piece, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter. Those are all very long shows, over 100 episodes, several hundred. And One Piece is 800 right now, so it'll take a while to do that.
All right. I would like to thank Caleb for coming on to the show. Peace out. Have a good day. Thank you for teaching me the anime stuff.
Thank you for having me here. And actual music plays cues us talk.
Thank you and goodbye.
Hi, Luke.
Yo.
Wait, Michael, you put your SD card in the thing, right?
Hello, and welcome to the M Show, where today is the second day of interviewing, and I'm interviewing the second most beautiful person in the world, Joshua Johnson.
Hi.
Hi, Joshua Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Michael. How are you doing?
That is fantastic. I'm doing great as well.
Very happy to be on your show.
So, we've heard a little bit around the block that you're the most beautiful person with diabetes.
That is true. I do have type 1 diabetes.
Wow. Can you explain what this type 1 diabetes is?
Well, it's very simple, Michael. I was born with it because it came from my grandpa and down into my father and down into me. It makes it so that I can't eat certain foods without using insulin in my body because my pancreas doesn't work anymore.
Oh, so it's part of the family, so you just got it?
Yes,
from your
it's passed down from the family.
Oh, okay, so it's gene related.
Yes.
Do you have to do anything like different or just different in your daily life to be able to cope with having diabetes?
Well, yes, I have a diabetic pump, I have sensors, I have multiple different things and doctors that are helping me get through it.
Oh. You mentioned foods that you are limited to eat. What type of foods are you limited?
Foods with lots of sugar, I have to cover them, as we call it, with different pumps of insulin to make sure that my blood glucose levels stay the same.
Are you anti-insulin?
No, insulin keeps me alive.
Oh,
Yes.
so you agree with insulin?
I agree with insulin. I use
Okay,
it. Yes.
all right. Is there any possible way I can give you my pancreas?
No, there's no way for you that's medically impossible.
No, just not. Okay.
Unless you put it in a box and give it to me, then metaphorically, yes, you can give me your pancreas, but you might die.
Okay. I'll consider it.
All right.
Do you know what the difference is between this type 1 and type 2 diabetes?
Yes, type 1 is where you're born with diabetes. Type 2 is where you eat so much that you just gain diabetes.
Oh, I see. Do you have to go to the doctors often?
Yes, I have normal visits and I go every now and then, usually once every 3 months.
Josh, I think it's very great that you're so open about your diabetic problem.
Thank you.
What do you have to say to all your diabetic friends out there?
Well, I would say just get through it, get some doctors and some good friends to talk you through it, and it'll be all right in the end.
Oh, that fantastic answer.
Thank you.
What do you have to say for the people who make fun of diabetes?
There's a lot more going on behind those person's lives. You shouldn't make fun of them for it because there could be something going on in the background that might be a little heavy to deal with.
I see. How's your blood sugar right now? Can you check it somehow, or?
I can, but my device is in the other room. I think it's about steady right now.
Oh, I see. What are the normal levels?
Normal levels are usually 7 to 150. Anything above 200 is usually bad. Anything below 70 is usually bad as well.
Michael, is that it?
Yeah, that is it on the M Show. I'd like to thank you, Joshua Perkins.
Thank you for having me.
Joshua
It's nice to
Johnson
be here.
Perkins for coming on the show. This is the show where we interview beautiful people. I would like to say goodbye. Thank you. Farewell.
Get him. In the frame.
These are-
Switch the camera. Switch camera.
These are
Hold on a
these
sec,
are my
hold on a sec.
diabetic levels. I'm at 348, which is okay.
Yay!
It's iffy. We did
He's
it.
okay. He's okay.
A happy ending.
Good job,
Don't
everyone.
worry, I can fix it. I can
Again.
fix